Yes. Welcome to Buy, Swap and Sell Anything. This is going to be an introductory series where I'm going to look at how to turn a small amount of money into a lot of money through buying smart, swapping, or better yet, selling successfully. I reckon just about everyone can do it if you follow a few simple rules. Rule 1. Read. I know it sounds basic, but read books, read catalogues, even go and read a shop window. Have a look at all the prices. If it's got a price tag on it, read it. Read what the instruction says, read what the blurb says. Get an understanding of why an item is worth X amount of dollars. And if you've got the opportunity, why another supposedly identical product is worth less. The better you understand prices, the better opportunity you have of picking up a bargain. And that's really what this is all about. Rule 2. Guess what? Read some more. I want you to read price guides. If you can, read 4 price guides per week. That's only one every 2 days. Okay, maybe you're a bit busy, so I'll let you off. Read one price guide, one good quality price guide per week. Look at some of the older books that are out there. Look at eBay. What price are they getting now? Sometimes you'll find that items go in cycles. Wade is a classic cyclic seller. One year it's up, next year you can't give it away. Same as Carlton Ware. Both of these items were really popular in the 90s and have lost a lot of steam recently. A 4-inch dish, 10cm dish, pin dish, of a basic pattern of Carlton Ware, of Wade, and Royal Winton used to actually command a fairly good price. What you would have had to have paid $30 plus for, now you can get for $10. Royal Winton is the most classic example of that. I can remember picking up a 10cm dish and thinking it was worth gold, especially in the black pattern. You could sell it for about $100. Now, well, it takes forever to sell. Rule 3. Understand your market. Who are you going to sell to? Well, it's no good having a piano played by Liberace if you're based at a market store. Can you imagine having to end up put that into the actual boot of your car? It is not going to fit. Even on a ute, you're still going to actually have the poor vehicle well underpowered. Then again, it's no good having a silver thimble if you've got a facility which is 5,000 square metres. No one's going to find it. You've got to think about what it is that you're going to sell and through what channel. Sometimes with things like thimbles, utilise online markets. eBay, for instance, although very expensive, it is a good way to build up your international customer base. Get in touch with Gumtree, put it on Gumtree. It's owned by eBay, but it is still a good way to actually find a good customer base, and it is free. Okay, so it's also owned by eBay, but, well, as you'll find out over the series, I don't like eBay much more than it's a good customer generator. It's too expensive for what you're actually getting. But while we're talking about doing things online, let's work on the basis that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, it's only worth 1,000 words if a person can find it, which brings us to rule 4. People are out there looking for the product that you've located. There's online, there's probably 1 million people at this very moment looking for the exact product that you want to sell. However, they will never find you unless you can describe what you have. And you need to stand out. You need to get into people's view. This is true whether modern sales venues or traditional sales venues. Whether or not you're in a store, online, or at a market. Any given Sunday morning, countless numbers of markets take place around your area. Across the country, thousands of people walk around and may never even notice you. What you do to get their attention is as important as the items you sell. So work out what it is that you're selling. The best way you can actually do that is to understand your product. Guess what? That takes us back down to rule 1 and rule 2. Read. Start to research your items. Work out what it is that you're actually trying to sell. Learn to recognise items that other people overlook. That's often where the bargains are. So, assuming that you're in this to make money, we're going to bring in the next rule. Rule 5 has to be, what can you buy and be assured of a sale? Everything eventually sells. It's just some items will take a little time before they do. And this is where probably the biggest trick is. Everything will eventually sell. Heck, you buy an action figure. In 40 years' time, you will make money out of it. I brought a doll's house many years ago. Pressed tin doll's house. And thought, yep, what an absolute bargain. Fell in love with it immediately. But nobody else fell in love with it. I got stuck with it for about 10 years. Thankfully, I paid $2 for it. I sold it for $400. But at the same time, 10 years of an item taking up shelf space. And in the end, the person who brought it was a person who was coming across from America. They spotted it, fell in love with it, and yeah, well, you just couldn't end up pleasing them enough. They were over the moon that they'd actually found this pressed tin doll's house at such a bargain. I wish they had been there 9.5 years earlier. Brings us to rule 6, which is time over profit. If you can go out and buy an item in the morning and turn it over and make a profit of $100 in the afternoon, well, actually say you make $100 within 24 hours. You could actually end up selling it at an absolute bargain. You don't need to make $200 on it. You don't need to make $300. You've already end up made $100. If you've paid $100 and you made $100, you should be grateful. Mind you, there are times where common sense doesn't quite kick in because you know how much it's actually worth. Many years ago, I had an opportunity. I brought a warehouse full of figurines. Most of them were by a group called Ellis. In Australia, very few people know what they are. I paid an average of $5 per. What I didn't realise was over in England they were very, very popular. I had a person within a few hours of me putting them up online offering to buy every single one that I had, and they wanted to give me $800 a piece. I got greedy. I looked up the pricing that they were going for and realised that some of the pieces were going for $1,800 plus, and thought, well, I'm not going to end up selling it that cheap. I'm going to actually end up holding on to it after all. If somebody's actually contacted me that quick, I'm going to actually make really, really good money out of this. Guess what? I've still got quite a few of those statues left. That person who made the offer, it was a one-time offer. They found another source. they didn't end up needing mine anymore. So sometimes it's better to actually end up sell at your first opportunity rather than to actually get greedy. I'll give you a bit of a idea of how that actually works. It's actually rule 7, which is the snowball effect. I buy today, I sell it off tomorrow, buy the next day, I sell it off the day after that, etc. We'll just go over a 30-day period. So, day 1, I start with $100. I sell it for $200. Day 3, I have $200 and I manage to find a few items that are worth $200. Day 4, I sell it for $400. Day 5, I find a few items worth $400. Day 6, I sell those items for $800. Day 7, day 8, day 9. Guess what? By day 30, if I had have been able to continue to do that, this is just purely a theory of course, you would have actually made $1,638,400 by simply buying, doubling your money, and then going and buying again. Of course, this isn't really practical, as the purchase and sale of larger ticket items takes time. And selling that many small ticketed items, heck, you wouldn't have enough hours in the day, let alone seconds in an hour. So, as far as it's concerned, the theory is out there. If you can actually buy an item and move it almost as soon as you've purchased it, your profit margins can actually be less. But 100% is still not a bad sort of markup. And over the following weeks, I'm going to teach you how to spot items, how to see the value in everyday articles, how to see the value in collectibles, how to actually go and pay $50 for a painting and turn it over into $1,000 in 30 days. If you can do that, and you do that across enough items, then you will make money out of this game. Look forward to talking to you next time, when we'll go more into the practical of items that are available out at garage sales, auctions, even down at the local trash and treasure market. There are some absolute bargains to be had if you simply know what to look for and you follow a few basic rules of how to turn them into money. Till next time.